To glow, not to glitter, let's master bronzer and blush for mature skin. Hi beautiful! Well, today we're diving into the world of bronzer and blush for mature skin. We want to be glowy, we want to be radiant, we want to look youthful. And I have some tips and tricks that are game-changing for you to try. This is my skin before an even canvas. I have only foundation and powder on, powder only in my T-zone. So let's just dive in without any further ado. Let's talk about choosing the right bronzer and the right blush for our skin that is more mature. We want creams and liquids, no powders. Just creams or liquids are the best suited for us. They do not emphasize our wrinkles like the powders do. Of course, there are powders that are extraordinary and do not do that, but I'm talking about most powders. So powders out, cream and liquids in, also in blush and in bronzer. Again, one more tip that might surprise you is less is more. You don't need too much. Remember, we want to emphasize our natural beauty. We want to over apply. We'll start with a small amount and we can build it up. For bronzer, just forget the old school method of applying it all over. Just focus on the high points of your face. Let's see some options for bronzer that I can recommend for you. First of all, we have this one from ColourPop. This is their Soul Body line. This is their cream and face bronzer. This one is in medium. It looks like this. This is a cream, so I can recommend to you this cream. This is the shade. I can recommend to you this one from ColourPop. This is in the shade Rincon Point. This is a stick with a cream bronzer. Another bronzer that I have is from Nude Sticks. This is the Nudies Matte in the shade Bondi Bay. This is a mini. Love this one for traveling. This is it. This is the first Soul Body. This is the ColourPop stick. This is the Nude Stick. Another cream. Another one from Fenty Beauty. This one is in the shade Mocha. This is it here. And the last one that I have here to recommend to you, let's just close this one from Soul Body that it will not dry, is from Tarte. There's Sculpt Tape. This one is in the shade Cool Bronze. Okay, I need to open it. It's a bit dry. Here it is, here. So bronze, Tarte, Fenty, Nude Stick, ColourPop stick, Soul Body cream. So these are great. You have here a combination of more expensive like the Tarte and Nude Stick, and Fenty, and more affordable like the ColourPop or Soul Body. We have all the options. We just need to choose the right shade for us. I'm going to use Fenty on one side. I'm going to apply it on the high points of my face. Think that when you're walking and being in the sun, where does it naturally hits you? It hits us here in these areas. So I'm going to focus my bronzer here. Looks scary, don't worry, we're going to blend it. And on the other side I'm going to try the Soul Body just to show you how it looks like. There is a stop, keep it, otherwise it will dry. And again, this one I'm using with my finger because it comes in this format of cream. It's not a stick, so you can use it with your finger. So this is the Fenty, this is the Soul Body, and I am using my beauty blender. This is well, it's not a beauty blender, it's just a sponge, a beauty sponge. I'm just tapping it, ooh, just like that. You know what, I have this salt body I think for 2 years now, and still it smells gorgeous, like I'm in the beach right now, where I should be, right? I really want to go to the beach. So again, I'm starting with a small amount. If I want, I can add. It's easier to add than to take out. So we're focusing where the sun will hit us, and that's here. Here is where the sun will hit us, of course, also on the nose. And let's take a tiny bit from the Fenty because it's easier, because it is a stick format. It's easier to apply with the Fenty. I can take the ColourPop and just take with the brush and do the same thing. And this is where the sun hits us. Again, remember, less is more. If I want, I can build up. I can take more of the ColourPop and build up. I can take more of the Fenty and build up. I don't need more. Okay, also don't forget the forehead because the sun also hits there. Again, let's take also ColourPop or Soul Body, just a sister brand of ColourPop. And let's just blend. Blend, blend, blend. I am going to say that it's easier to blend the cream that comes in a format and this format than the stick. The stick is a bit more, it's a bit thicker in consistency, but as you can see, it's the same. Now it's not exactly the same shade, so it's going to look a bit different. But this is the Salt Body side, this is the Fenty side. It just creates a natural sun-kissed look. Another trick for you, if you want, you can add one drop of face oil into your bronzer. That's also an option, and it will give us a beautiful and dewy finish and will help the product glide on her faces smoothly. Just be careful not to overdo it. One drop is enough. We can demonstrate it with the ColourPop one, just so you can see what I mean. I don't need more, of course, but for demonstration's sakes, I'll add a bit more here from the ColourPop. I'm taking from this one, this is from Derma E Radiant Glow Face Oil. It doesn't really matter which face oil you're using, and I'm just taking one drop. Where was it? Here. One drop, not more than one drop, just taking and rubbing it. And now it glides more easily and it's more smooth. And let's take a bit to the forehead. I'm going to apply both sides just to make everything even, and a tiny bit also on the Fenty side, just to give it an even tone because they're not the same shade. Okay, very, very glowy. Look at that, radiant. This is the oil, give us more radiance. Okay, when it comes to blush, I have these to recommend to you. I have two shades, they're both from Rimmel. I have two shades in this is from the Rimmel Kind and Free. One is in 005 Berry Sweet, one is in 001 Caramel Dusk. I also have from ColourPop, they have cream blushes. I have Cherry Blossom and Whole Mood. Cherry Blossom is more of a pinky shade. Whole Mood is more a light pink shade. I also have from LYS I can recommend to you. This one is called Higher Standard. Oh, I didn't open it. This is more peachy. And if you want something more high-end, I have this one from Sigma, cream blush in Passima. As we mature, naturally our cheeks start to sunk. They're sunking down and we kind of starting to be baggy, and we need to counteract this. So in order to counteract this, we need to apply the blush higher than we think. Okay, if we usually, when we're younger, we apply the blush here, we need to apply it higher on the cheekbones. This gives us a subtle lifting effect. Let's use the Sigma one. They're all the same, all the same. So I am just applying it higher, like this. I'm not touching the apples, it's just here. I apply too much. Yeah, we'll fix it in a minute. And let's take one of the ColourPop ones. Let's take the Cherry Blossom with a different finger. This is the Cherry Blossom, different shade, just to point out. I'm just blending it with my finger a tiny bit and then taking my damp sponge. Let's start with the Sigma, and now with the ColourPop. So we just wanted to demonstrate that you can do it with every shade that you have. You don't need to be picky with the shade. It's supposed to be subtle, not in your face, just to lift up and give us some blush. We're using it very, very softly. Now, I want to add. I can add more. I can just take more of the ColourPop and add more. I'm in control. If I think I need more, I can add. Work in layer. Layer your brush. Again, you can. We're starting with the cream blush on the high cheeks, okay, not on the apples. Don't be afraid of color. As you saw, I use very bright colors. Don't be afraid of colors. Colors will make us look youthful. Don't be shy of them. I know it's a tendency for us women that mature to choose blushes that are more subtle and not very bold. But don't be afraid of color. Embrace it. So again, use color. This is a great color. This is also a great color. Choose something colorful. Don't be shy of it. And remember, bronzer and blush will help us enhance our natural beauty. You just have to be strategic about where to apply it. Apply it strategically in the high points of our face, and it will lift everything up. Just lift. Like surgery, but without surgery, like Botox, but without Botox. That's my take on it anyways. The goal of our makeup is to make it look like we just came back off vacation. Always remember that. Does it look like I've been on vacation, or at least I've been at the beach or at the pool? I'm all rested, I think. So that's the whole point of makeup. We want to look rested. We don't want to have a mask on her face, on our faces, and have bulbs of color. Of everything needs to be precise. So blend, blend, blend. I highly recommend a damp sponge for blending. So blend, 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 so it will not look like a mask. Makeup is all about having fun, so have fun with it, play with it. If you want, you can take a bold orange or corally shade. Experiment. Oh, this one. Experiment with shades. We can add now, after we've done the pink, we can add some orange. don't be afraid to play with color. You just have to feel good with yourself. That's what this video is all about. Feel good with yourself. Now, these tips are guidelines. I've said it before. You can adapt whatever you want to your style, to your personality, and you know, roll with it. But I highly recommend taking at least 1 or 2 tips and implementing them. Okay, this is it. This is the final look. Now, I over blushed because I wanted to emphasize my point, but if I was going out, I would take the beauty blender and just go over it over and over again to make it more subtle but still colorful. Don't be shy of color. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. What do you think about these tips? Let me know in the comment section down below if you implemented any of the tips that I recommended to you. If you haven't done that already, then do consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. That way you will be notified whenever I'm uploading a new video, and start being glowing. Just glow. Love makeup. It's fun. Have fun. And this is what I'm doing here. I'm having a blast. I hope that you did too. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I will catch you all in my next video.